Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions, and we're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, the heart, and messages from spirit or from your soul for the time period of April 26th to May 6th. So we're going to be breaking it down for each sign. If you don't want to, watch the whole thing, it has been broken down into separate sections. So for the mind, for the heart, and which is relationships, and also messages from spirit. All the timelines are below. Please remember, if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, you will be notified when we do go live, because we do perform live readings on this channel. And also you'll be notified when your horoscope signs do come out, or other readings on my channel as well. Please click like if the reading has resonated with you, because it does help support the channel as well. Also, if you would like a personal reading, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com, and please do follow me on Instagram as well under oracle_intuitions. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed week, and let's get right into your reading. Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for April 26th to May 6th. We're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, the heart, and messages from spirit. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. However, I also suggest you take a look into your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a more clearer picture of the energy for you this week. All right, so the first, we're going to be looking into the mind to begin with, okay? So things that you could be, focusing in on. These could be also be external energies that are coming in, or external, situations that are happening for you at this time. So let's get a picture here of what's happening for you. All right. One more shuffle. And then 3 shuffles. Energy for Pisces. Okay. All right, here's the interesting thing, Pisces. Okay, so the first card coming through, and of course we're going to be clarifying, but the first card coming through is the Hungry Ghost, okay? This could talk about obsession, a scarcity, consciousness, attachment to something, or to possibly someone. With the winged wise ones, this is also talking about angelic help, miraculous aid. So I kind of feel that what's possibly going on here for you, Pisces, this week is there could be a little bit of attachment energy that's happening. This could be attachment to a situation, attachment to a person, whatever, whatever the energy is. But there's also this energy of this scarcity consciousness that's happening for you, okay? And when we talk about the scarcity consciousness, or the obsession that could be possibly happening, it feels as though it's like you've attached yourself to one outcome, and you're not really ready to hear about another possible outcome. You're not ready to hear about, especially if it has to do with a person. It's like you don't want to hear the bad news. But at the same time, there's this element inside of you where you're coming from a place of scarcity, okay? Because when we have an attachment to something, or we have that obsession, or maybe perhaps, we're focused in on this one outcome, that really is an element to some degree of scarcity, especially when it has to do with another person. If we're just focused on them, and we're not allowing any other energy to come through, even if this person isn't giving you the attention, or they're, in this place where they're not giving back that energy of whatever it is, all right? But I'm also getting here that it's almost like in the subconscious of your mind, you're coming from this place where there's doubt, okay, in regards to that. And that doubt may be overwhelming the actual energy of what's happening. And this is actually could be possibly putting you into that place of obsession. It's sort of like that energy when somebody knows that something, maybe perhaps a relationship is done, and then we see them, texting more, or trying to get more information from somebody, or really kind of to some degree it's almost pushing them away. because of our own energy or because of our behavior at that time. Because it's like we're seeking answers, or we're wanting a finality, or we wanting, maybe perhaps more out of the relationship than somebody's able to give us at this time. So we push and push and push. And I'm also getting this sort of energy from that. We have this winged wise ones coming in. So this angelic help and miraculous aid. So I feel like the messages that Spirit has been trying to send to you, whether this is through other people, maybe perhaps it's through even TV shows. It almost feels like Spirit is sending you signs in some way, saying, look, we're here to help you, but you have to also listen. We're trying to send aid to this, to help with this situation, whether it's actually letting go of the situation or perhaps bringing in some sort of miracle within the situation. But if you're staying within this mindset, you're not going to be able to accept the aid that is coming in from us, or the messages that are coming in from us at this moment. So let's get some clarity on this and see what's coming through. Because I really feel like the angels are talking to you. Okay. And again, this even could be from, it could be coming in from tarot readings. It could be coming in from friends. It could be coming in from family. Like you're receiving those messages, but are you listening to them? It could even be some sort of visions that you're receiving, nightmares, dreams, signs, actual physical signs. But are you listening? Are you opening up to listening to what's happening? And I feel like for many of you, it's just a matter of removing or getting out of this scarcity consciousness, okay? Where you're feeling like things are not working your way, or you're putting this energy of to a form of desperation in there. And even though you might not be behaving in that energy, your energy could be seeping out, okay? And a lot of times people will say, but I haven't messaged them. I haven't done this. I haven't been. But have you been watching them? Have you been kind of obsessively, looking at social media? Are you obsessively thinking about them? Are you looking through the old messages? Are you going back over things? That's also a scarcity consciousness. And it's something that needs to be removed, or it needs to be let go of, and just have faith that things are working out the way that they're supposed to be working out. So let's get some clarification here. All right. Okay. 3 shuffles. And 1 more. So let's clarify that hungry ghost. So we have that King of Swords. Again, I really do feel there needs to be a detachment. Okay? That King of Swords really represents somebody who he's in his own strength. He's in his own power, right? But there's a level of detachment. Now, this also could be possibly your person or a person or the situation that is presenting a detachment from you, which could be bringing about this obsession or this attachment to them. It might be making that stronger. But either way, what the King of Swords is representing is that there needs to be a detachment in some form from this situation. We also have, look at this, love, the 2 of Cups coming through. So I do feel that for some of you, this has to do with a relationship. And again, it could have to do with any, aspect within your life. But we have the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles really talks about having patience. You need to have patience. You need to be in this place where you've planted the seeds. The person probably knows how you feel, or the person has, if they're wanting to come forward, they're going to do so. But by detaching yourself, by letting the situation just work itself out. The 7 of Pentacles, I always look at it as you've planted the seed, now let it grow. If you're standing over it and you're just watching it and you're waiting for that sprout to come out of the ground, it's going to feel like a very long time. But if you go into that energy of detachment, this is how things bloom. All right? And look at that 2 of Cups. This is love and partnership. But partnership shouldn't be obsessive, and it shouldn't have that attachment to it. It just is. It's just allowing. It's allowing that other person to be them. It's allowing you to be you. Now, if this has to do with a situation, you know, that has abuse, or the person is like literally just, okay, enough, I'm done, right? That might also be where that attachment has to come, or that detachment has to come to, right? Where you just distance yourself. You just go, okay, I'm going to go do the healing that is absolutely needed for me at this time. But what I'm really getting is that there could be an opportunity for this to blossom, all right? Especially with that Seven of Pentacles coming through. But you have to detach. You have to detach the emotions. You have to detach the energy, the obsessive thinking, whatever it is that's happening within this situation. So let's clarify the winged ones. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords coming through. We also have the Temperance. All right, and this is about balance. And I mean, look at this right there. You know, is that angel? Right? That angel is bringing a sense of balance, but also alchemy to this situation. And it feels like that miraculous aid. But again, something needs to stop. And what needs to stop is all of this, right? Is all of this negative thinking, this, you know, waiting for whatever it is to happen. You have to go into that place of just going, okay, I have faith and trust that something is going to form from this. We also have the Princess of Cups. So going into a new energy, a new emotional energy, where maybe perhaps you are focused more on yourself and your own healing or whatever it is, and just letting the situation play out exactly how it's supposed to play out. So let's clarify here. Let's clarify that Ten of Swords. I feel like that needs to be clarified. Yeah, because right now things are sort of in a stalemate, and I feel like they are going to remain in a stalemate until that Eight of Cups energy, you move on, okay? It doesn't mean moving on from the person or not having hope towards the future. This is going towards something that is going to be more spiritually advanced for you, more spiritually evolved for you, something that makes you feel good within yourself, okay? More emotional abundance coming through here. And it could be just a matter of focusing in on yourself rather than the situation, because right now that situation is at a stalemate, okay? We have that Ten of Swords, we have that Two of Swords, and we have this Eight of Cups. And they're really saying, let go, okay? For some of you, it may have to do with, you know, moving on. But it really does talk about here is abundant success, okay? Abundant success. How? By moving away or by letting go of whatever it is that this energy is presenting at this time. So let's clarify, I feel like let's clarify that Temperance card. Yeah, look at that Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Wands. I literally, like, honestly, Pisces, this, what beautiful energy is coming through here. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We've also got this Two of Cups that are here. So the love is there, or what it is that you're desiring is there. It may not be with a particular person, or maybe it's just the matter of that you've got to detach from the energy of this person or this situation in order to allow this to blossom, in order for it to present itself. That Ten of Cups talks about complete contentment, happiness, fulfillment, right? Perfect success. We also have with that Ten of Pentacles, it talks about wealth, but not only wealth within a material manner, it also talks about wealth, again, within that contentment, feeling content within yourself, within the situation, allowing this to just form. And with that Eight of Wands coming through, I feel like for some of you, maybe you're waiting for communication in some way, but I'm also getting here that by changing this energy, allowing the angels to help you, allowing your higher self, you know, to bring forth these messages to you, again, of just releasing that attachment. It is going to make this miraculous, like, change. That miraculous aid is coming in and helping with this situation. All right. So let's get a message from the universe, and then we're going to take a look at the heart energy, and this might clarify more when it comes to the relationship. We're going to be looking into relationships with that heart energy. All right. So let's see what Spirit has to say. feel like all that you want is there for you, but you have to let it develop. And it's not going to be on your timeline. It's not going to be when you want it, right? But it is going to be when Spirit feels that you're in a place of accepting it and allowing it to blossom, allowing it to be nourished. All right. Card coming through is radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. All right. So it's almost as though you're in this place of believing in the facade. Okay. You might even be looking at the external circumstances of something happening here, and that's what you're believing, especially if things aren't going the way that you want them to go. But because you're believing in the facade, your behavior is acting in that way. All right. It's like it says here, to believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. So you're sort of putting yourself into that aspect, right? Rather than, again, removing the armor, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, opening up, allowing this aid to come through from the angels, allowing it to present itself. But again, it's not going to be perhaps on your timeline, all right? But it will be swift movement once you're able to go into that place of detachment. All right. So let's take a look at the heart energy. Let's look at relationships and see what's coming through. All right. Relationships for Pisces. Relationships for Pisces. Shuffles. Energy for Pisces. What's coming through here? First card coming through is head of the pack. Successful, competition, drive, get it done. Dominating. I do feel there's a little bit of again energy here. The dominate. Coming through here, maybe perhaps you think you have some sort of competition, maybe you feel like you have to get ahead, or maybe you're obsessing about getting ahead, or maybe because you feel that there's competition, you feel by obsessing about it, or maybe perhaps watching them, or paying attention to that 3D realm, that it will keep you ahead of the pack. Okay, so that you're not going to be hit by some surprise, or maybe you feel that you're not going to be left out in the cold in some way. We also have the white wolf, so it talks about confidence, guidance, trust your inner knowing, right? The white wolf, it's very much about resistance and stamina, as it says here, but it feels, again, it's interesting because we got the wolf, we got the dogs here. It feels like maybe for some of you, there's a sense of you're wondering about loyalty, because the dogs do represent loyalty in some way. Maybe you're worried that there's unfaithfulness going on, or maybe this person's not as loyal to you as you are to them in some way. But again, we have the stalemate, okay? So it's like a standoff, a no way out, non-committal, holding out. I do feel here, we're going to clarify this, but I do feel that, for some of you, I literally am feeling that for many of you, it could have to do with your energy that's putting things at a stalemate rather than the actual circumstances. I feel that for some of you, some of your people are just not in that place yet, possibly for the committed relationship that you're seeking. Right? They may be in a non-committal stage at this point for whatever reason, or maybe there's something going on within their life, or maybe perhaps, they're trying to get out of another situation, but it just feels like there's this energy here that by continuing to pursue, even if it's just on an energetic level, it could delay things. It's going to delay things even more. And it really feels like you have to take charge of yourself. Again, you know, be that head of that pack. Don't worry about the competition. Don't worry about the things that, you know, aren't probably happening at this point. It really feels like you got to take that step back and just focus on yourself. That alpha male, right? That will to win, whether you're male or female, that actually has nothing to do with it. It has to do with, you know, with the confidence that you have. Somebody who's not going to be in that place of allowing themselves to be dominated by this particular energy. So let's clarify that head of the pack. So the thing that we got coming in is the Judgment. Yeah, Judgment, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. It feels like for some of you, this person could have this in and out energy. All right, and this might be really putting you at a place where that could be bringing about that obsessive behavior. All right, or that watching, or whatever it is, you know, that scarcity type of mentality. But I'm really getting here that for some of you, your person just might not be ready for exactly what it is that you're seeking or wanting right now. Okay, it doesn't mean that it can't happen in the future, but what I am getting, that it is time, again with that Judgment, it's like heed the call. All right, listen. It's time to go into yourself. Ask yourself why you're going through what it is that you're going through. Why are you putting this obsessive behavior onto something, or this obsessive energy, or why are you in this place of where you are? Because it's not needed. Okay, I don't feel that it's needed within this situation. We have this King of Cups here, and it's really talking about you know, being able to trust somebody, opening up your heart energy, and just being in that place of accepting somebody for who they are. Whether that situation is going to turn into something committed or not, it's not, you know, really giving that energy at that moment. Although we did have that 10 of Cups, that 10 of Pentacles, that 2 of Cups. So I'm still feeling that energy could come through. That commitment that you're seeking and desiring. And now with it being represented also by that King of Cups. But I do feel there needs to be some sort of look into yourself, like a reconciliation almost with your soul. Because this doesn't feel, it's almost like it feels like it's not really you. Okay? Like you might not really be in that, your natural personality isn't this obsessive behavior, but something is making you go into this. And it might be time to just take a look and ask yourself, what is it? Or what am I scared of? You know, am I scared of losing this person and this is why I'm behaving this way? Or am I scared of being cheated on because this happened in the past, so I'm being obsessive in some way, or maybe trying to dominate or control the situation in some way? But I'm really getting that by relaxing, by letting things happen, things are going to change. All right, that White Wolf, we have the Moon coming in. We also have the Strength card coming through. And we have the 7 of Cups coming in. Excuse me. So, I'm really feeling here that this is, honestly, it's like about inner strength, trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition. It feels like you're making things worse than they possibly are by creating some sort of fantasy possibly, or situations, or imaginary happenings or delusions in your head. And it doesn't mean you're delusional, okay? Don't confuse that. But sometimes when we're not seeing the action we want presented to us, we tend to make up scenarios in our mind. And I feel like that could be possibly happening with this Moon card coming through. But here's the interesting thing, is that we've got the Strength card coming in with this White Wolf, which really talks about confidence and trusting yourself and trusting your instincts and being in a place of your own security, okay? Freeing yourself from these mental strains that you're putting onto yourself. by being in this place of perhaps, overly watching somebody, or, waiting for them to maybe screw up, or, whatever it is, right? Or waiting for that, looking at that maybe in and out energy, and again, like obsessing about it. What are they doing when they're not talking to me? What is happening? What is going on? And it feels like, that alone, again, is sort of putting it into this stalemate situation. So let's look at the stalemate. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. There needs to be some healing and nurturing. But look at this. We've got this Four of Wands coming through, and the Queen of Cups. Wow. We've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, right? So we've got this pair here that's already being presented. We've got the Four of Wands that is, it talks about completion. I mean, if you look at what is happening here, there is a very strong possibility of what it is that you're desiring within this relationship could come through, whether it's this relationship or allowing yourself to release in order for a better relationship to come in. But within this reading alone, we've got the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. I'm just trying to find them now. The Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. I mean, these are all of the cards of a beautiful relationship. So what is holding it back, right? What is holding it back? Well, what could be holding it back is the fact that you're not having faith in not only your person, but possibly within yourself, or possibly within the situation, right? And it's really calling here for patience and to take a step back. And we've got two stalemates. So something is at a stalemate right now, simply because there needs to be a release of this energy. There needs to be that going into yourself and really looking at things, and really kind of being in this place of, maybe even questioning the person themselves, meaning that questioning, is this really a relationship that I want? Do I really want to be with somebody with this in and out energy? Somebody who's not being, showing me that they care? Maybe it's time that I need to walk away to find this better relationship that I'm wanting and seeking and desiring. Somebody who can give me that mutual love that I'm seeking, that will be that emotional counterpart, or that divine counterpart for me. But you might not be able to find that if you're obsessing about the one person, all right? Or, for some of you, maybe it's just a situation. So it feels like there really needs to be some inner work here, okay? There needs to be this inner releasing I'm getting. It just feels like things you need to detach, okay? Detach in order to do the healing that is absolutely necessary for not only yourself, but for the situation. And I feel that by detaching, that miraculous aid from the angels will come through, all right? It will be shown to you. But don't set an expectation as to how it's going to be shown. Just allow it to come through. And when you're in that place of healing, you'll know what to do. You will know whether or not this situation is going to improve, because it will be shown in the 3D. It will, start presenting itself in that 3D energy. Or you'll just know that it's time to walk away. But you can't do that if your mind is being cluttered by other energies of just focusing in on what it is that you're not receiving, or what it is that you are trying to find, or what it is that you're like, again, that attachment type of energy. All right, so let's get some messages from Spirit and see what's coming through here. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, first card coming in is the Queen of Light. Illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. I really do feel this energy. We've also got the River Queen. Can't speak. The River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Okay? I think that that's being very clear. is that when we go with the flow, just let go, allow things, natural movement. It has to become natural. It has to be, and if somebody really wants to be with you, there will be that natural movement, that progression that you see. You won't have to obsess about it. You won't have to wonder about it. It will just flow, right? And you will be in that place. I feel like by going into yourself, you will have the enlightenment that you're seeking at this time. So I truly hope that that helps, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated with you, please click like, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so that you are notified when we do go live on the channel to do readings. And have a great week. Many blessings. Take care.